Hello Capricorn, this is Michelle and I'm here to do your June 2020 card reading and tarot reading. This month we're going to use the Bicycle 1885 deck, and it's a really fun deck. It has a lot of bicycle motifs on it with tires and gears and things, especially in the court cards. It's a lot of fun. I'll also bring in a few cards from the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, and then also an affirmation at the end from Divine Doors by Andre Angracia. All right, and so those are the cards we'll be using. I also want to mention before I get started that YouTube has given me a community tab. I'm going to learn what that's all about. I'm not exactly sure how to use it, but I'll look into it. I do want you to know, though, that if something comes up and I cannot post a video, that I will leave a message there. That probably only applies to a few of you, but you might be wondering if my videos don't go up for one particular month, what happened. So I will let you know there. I think that's only really happened one time since I've been posting, but it's, you know, it's a possibility. Okay, and so these are the cards for my Capricorn friends. Let's take a look. Okay, for the sign of Capricorn, what are the messages? I think the cards are ready to go. Ace of Diamonds. Oh my goodness, on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so perhaps a new start for Capricorn in the area of career, money. I'm picking up leadership. I have to say, I think that some of the Capricorn people, you might find that over the summertime, I want to say, that you are taking on a leadership position. And that this leadership position is also potentially connected to some way that you might either advance your career, it has to do with a career advancement, or something related to, if not making new money now, it might relate to ways that you'll make money in the future. Okay, the Seven of Spades coming in, the Three of Hearts, and the Nine of Clubs. We might see reversed. I'm not, let's see what the messages are coming in. If something comes in like that, it's a little bit different than reading the tarot. I think a lot of people, when they read the cards, they don't really look at whether the card is reversed or not. Well, I want to say that, you know, this is just basically the situation. There is a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. I'm picking up that some of the Capricorns that make it to this channel are very intuitive, strong spiritual sense, strong connection, right, to, I want to say, the metaphysical realm. And in that situation, we pick up a lot of the stuff that's going on outside, right, in the community. And what's happening is there's just a lot of uncertainty right now. But here's what's so amazing about this. What the cards are saying is that Capricorn, you know what? Despite this uncertainty that you're feeling, you have found a way to continue to be motivated and to move forward with great purpose and passion in your life. I want to say what's coming in through the Nine of Clubs, and there is kind of a little message regarding the reversal there, and it's this. You have made some tremendous accomplishments, Capricorn. I want to commend you for that. The reversal is just telling me that it just wasn't easy. Okay, it wasn't like things were just handed to you. You had to fight for your accomplishment, all right? And you've had to fight for where you are at this current time. And it's almost like I'm picking up this sense. You've had to fight for everything along the way. And so congratulations to you, Capricorn, in persisting and making these accomplishments, maintaining your sense of purpose and passion amidst all of the uncertainty in the world today. Beautiful to see. Absolutely beautiful to see. Okay, let's continue on with the King of Spades. All right, that might be King of Air. Eight of Spades. And the Queen of Clubs. Wow. Well, first of all, let's just get a handle on the potential signs here, all right? It's a general reading, okay, but I really am seeing for some of you, I'm just going to say this, I'm seeing these two people as parents. Okay, I'm seeing these two people as parents. It could be that one of your parents is an air sign, okay, for some of you, and so that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Some of you might have a parent that is a fire sign, so that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I feel, Capricorn, that your parents instilled you with a set of, I want to say, values, all right, that are very important to you. And what I am picking up is that one of those values has to do with learning and knowledge. And that no matter what happens, you are going to, I want to say, fulfill this obligation almost. Fulfill this obligation to complete your education. It's so firmly rooted in who you are as a person. This could be, for some of you, it could be a formal education, like a degree. I'm going to go back to school, or you're in school and you're just determined that you're going to finish this thing. And it has to do with a degree. Associates, bachelor's, master's, or post-grad. For some of you, this education has to do with actually getting experience. It could be both, actually. For some of you, it could be both. Like after you have the formal education, now you have to go on and get the hands-on like experience, like on-the-job training, if that makes sense. Okay, so some of you, actually, this is like on-the-job training or like an apprenticeship. I'm also picking this up that in a very strong way, many of the Capricorn people are actually, I want to see, like following in the footsteps of their parents in a way. Now, for some of you, it could be that your parents actually made certain accomplishments and you're going to match those and perhaps go beyond. For some of you, it could be just what your parents wanted for you. What your parents wanted for you. It's so firmly established in your thinking, all right, what your parents want for you in this world, that let me put it this way, it's who you are. It's who you are. It's part of your identity. And so I look at this as very positive. I do feel, though, that it creates a little bit of a burden for some of you. Like it's just such a big, I want to say, responsibility. It's a very big responsibility. But Capricorn, of all the signs in the zodiac, if you have a goal in mind to achieve, you will achieve it. There is no doubt about it in my mind. You will achieve it. And the Three of Hearts is saying that you have the energy and the motivation to do so, that you have already, in the Nine of Clubs, made a great deal of achievements despite the uncertainty in the Seven of Spades. All right, this is absolutely beautiful to see. And now we're going into the Nine of Diamonds. Oh, Capricorn. Okay, that makes me very happy. And the Ten of Hearts. Okay, you know, let me just pull one more. Oh, the Five of Hearts. Okay, this is just one of those, you know, I'm getting, actually, I have chills, okay? I have chills, and you can see that. But there are just these moments, right, when you, You know, I think J-Lo would say they are goosies. Okay. Getting some goosies, all right. Okay, for those of you if you're a J-Lo fan, but I'm having goosies because of the message. It's so strong coming through, and it's just making me very, in my heart of hearts, I just feel so happy for Capricorn. And it's this. When people put in the work, when people put in the work and the effort into life and the opportunity presents itself, then that person who has put in the work and put themselves in that proper position, in that good position, in that it might be like lucky position, it might look like it's lucky, but that person that has put in the work deserves to receive the good fortune. I know that isn't always the case with every single life story. Of course it isn't. But I'm picking it up for you, Capricorn, the Capricorns that are coming into this reading. The cards are saying, continue with the good work because good news is coming your way. Good news will be coming your way financially. Continue to picture what you would like your future life to look like in terms of the resources that you bring in to your life. Despite any challenges that we are going through, continue to visualize what your future life will look like. Because the news is so, so very good, positive, bright indeed. I feel that some of you also are reaching a very big, I want to say, stage or pinnacle involving a relationship, and that there are people that support you and that love you. Perhaps it could be a particular individual as well. Like there's a big, I want to say, a milestone that you've reached. Some of you, I'm going to say, are having an anniversary around this time. Perhaps over the summer there's an anniversary coming up. I'm picking that up. And the message is this, that despite all of the change that is going on, a great deal of change, despite all the uncertainty that is going on, you are continuing to grow. You are continuing to grow, I want to say, as a person who is compassionate, and as a person who cares about others, and as a person who deserves the very best in this lifetime. All right, so let's continue on. I hope that message is hitting home for some of you, that it makes some sense. We are going to take a look at just 3 cards from the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, 3 cards from the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, and what is a final message that we need of confirmation or perhaps encouragement, insight for the sign of Capricorn, for our Capricorn friends. And okay, I'm going to cut the deck. I'm giggling again for you, Capricorn, because there are some psychic things going on during this reading that are making me giggle. All right, so if you hear me giggle, that's what's happening. And right now, so it's just my crown chakra is really activated right now. Let me say, and so it's almost like being tickled. All right, and so I love it. It tells me that these are some important messages for some of you, and that we're on the right track here. We're on the right track. Okay, let's take a look at the tarot now. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, here's the Two of Cups. We see the couple. We know, of course, that the Two of Cups represents healing. It's in the reverse. Okay, let's continue. The Ten of Coins, all right, we have the Ten of Coins here, indicative of family support. It's in reverse. And the is that the Three of Wands? Yes, it is the Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay, the Three of Wands in reverse. Well, I'm going to be frank with you, Capricorn, about what I am picking up here. And I want to say that even more, the message coming through is good for you. Good for you, Capricorn, because here's the thing. I feel there have been some people, certain people in your life that have not made things easy for you. Right? They have not made it easy. Perhaps not easy to remain very positive about things. All right. And for some of you, this has to do with family. For some of you, it could just be the people surrounding you in your environment. I do feel that these are people you're pretty close with, though. There's some sort of close in proximity or emotionally. These people are around you. And they have not, I'm hearing this, that they've actually created an interference, and they have made it difficult or more difficult for you to remain positive in life, right? And for Capricorn being a very serious sign, okay, Capricorn has a very serious streak, we might say. If we are getting a lot of, like, I want to say, like, negative messages in from the outside, it's easy to internalize that. And it can bring us down. You know, it can bring us down. This is not good for Capricorn, right? This is not good for Capricorn. It's very positive for Capricorn to remain goal-oriented and positive. And so I'm picking up something right now for you, Capricorn, and it's this, is that if you feel like you're picking up a lot of the negative energies, whether it's in the general surrounding of the community, even like people you don't know, or if it has to do with people that are close in proximity, if you're picking that up, I'm hearing that it's going to be very important to clear that energy out of your system. Clear it out. Because it's really a struggle, even under the best of circumstances, to remain positive. And so how are you going to clear it out? This is a question I'm going to pose. How are you going to clear out that energy? If some of you comment on this, I'm not trying to create a bait for comments or anything, but if you comment, if some of you are feeling this, the need for clearing, and you have some ideas as a community, you might share that. What is it? And I will comment as well. Okay, if that comes through, you know, there may be no comments at all, and that's fine as well. But how can you clear that energy? Meditation certainly is one way to clear out the meditation, especially if the meditation is specifically geared at and pointed towards clearing. Okay, running energy, if you know how to run energy, that would be one way. All right, Reiki is another way to clear the energy. If you do Reiki, when was the last time, right? When was the last time you did some Reiki for yourself? Prayer is another way to go into deep prayer. Find, a very positive prayer environment, and ask the universe, the Lord, angels, saints, spirit guides to assist you in clearing out any of the negative energy. Visualize that energy dissipating from you. Breathing is another means. Right? I'm giving you a lot of ideas here, right? So do any of them work? That might be another thing you can comment on. What works for you? Breathing in and breathing out, right? Breathing in the clean, clear, positive energy. Breathing out anything that doesn't belong in your space, that isn't you, that might be bringing you down, that might be challenging you. Just breathing it out. And I believe all of this will be very, very, very helpful for you, Capricorn, moving forward. Let's pick one card from Divine Doors. This is going to be a final card for perhaps a message that I had not come through for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, we just had a card just pop out, all right? And what I was saying was perhaps a message that I didn't include, or it might emphasize a message that I did. So here's the door. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever selected this card, and so I'm just going to take a moment to visualize it, look at it. What an absolutely stunning card for you. this pattern here on this, it looks like a rug almost, or it could be like engraved into this concrete before this door. It's almost like a lotus type pattern. I'm not sure what that pattern is, but certainly a flower. It has, I don't know if you can pick this up, but in the center of the flower, there's a circle, there's a little dot. There's a little dot right there. And then also we see this little flower pattern repeated right here at the top with a center. Almost looks like a sun. And then interestingly enough, we have this almost like cryptic looking white square. And then we have the rectangular doors. They're open. There's an interesting lock here. They're just kind of barely open. Things look a little crooked. Well, here is what I am picking up. This is confirmation from the time that I spent on this reading talking about clearing. And the other part of that clearing is afterwards centering. Grounding and centering. And just really feeling, right? Getting back to your core, to your center, to what is just you. Feeling balanced. If things are feeling a little askew, like these doors kind of look like, wow, it's hard to walk through. It's hard to get into that space where I want to go because it's like having a lot of yuck, right, in your aura, all right, if you can sort of relate to that. And it's time to clear that out. Clear that out and center. All right, let's take a look. And here it is, okay, the sacred lotus. Compassion in action. The chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. I couldn't ask for a more powerful message for you, Capricorn, a message of centering, of your own personal power, of tapping into your deep compassion, of taking that compassion for self and others, and once being centered, putting it into action. Capricorn, that is your reading for June 2020. Thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you always. I'll see you next time.